Hey guys, Helpeth here. Gonna be doing the continued reaction to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Operation Turnabout, Episode 1. Still got a lot to go. I think that's Episode 1. It's just a whole long ass thing, so I guess I'll just go to 36 or something. Halfway. Well, actually 38. We're probably halfway through 40. But yeah, apparently you guys like watching this, so I guess I might as well continue reacting to it. Without further ado, let's get to it. The door.
Little chat, and then return to the barracks. 15 minutes later, the regiment goes into a full state of alert, and I'm being arrested for murder.
Well, that sucks.
Yikes! Do you have any idea why they arrested you?
Wrong place, wrong time would be my best guess. I don't really know. The cops have been asking me more questions than they have given me answers. I may have broken many rules that day, but I sure as hell didn't kill Captain Harvey. This I swear.
Don't worry, Mr. November. We'll take your case. Right, Nick?
I love your optimism.
Hard to disagree. There's a genuinely sincere look in his eyes, so I believe what he's telling us is the truth. And who else would take his case on such short notice? Mr. November, you seem like an honest
I
man,
hate that name.
and you've been very cooperative with
This is
us.
so dumb.
We'll take your case.
Thank goodness. A huge stone just fell off my heart. You'll want to get into contact with Lieutenant Victoria once you get into the regiment. I'm sure that'll help you get started. I'll write you a letter of request, so they'll let you in.
Okay. Oh, this actually reminds me of a really old
Thank
game.
you.
A space game
I'm
where
the
you
one
get to
that
be
should
a
be
detective
thankful
and
here.
stuff.
Anything else I can help you
Just
with
similar to
before you
this,
go?
but it's way more detailed,
Well,
like almost
I
real
am a
life.
bit curious about something, to be honest.
Forgot what it's called.
You said you didn't get along with the captain. Why then did you go through so much trouble to stay behind at the regiment to meet him? What did you discuss?
I just really wanted to give him an earful. That's all.
Yeah. What the hell?
Psyche locks. Oh dear. I guess that's something we might have to untangle later.
We in the Corps have a saying.
Okay.
The faster you work, the faster you finish. I suggest you heed it, Mr. Wright.
He's got a point. Even if I get the feeling he's saying that to avoid further questions about the meeting.
Don't worry, Mr. November. We're on the case.
Thank you so much, once again. I think my fate is in good hands now.
Maybe. Hey, somewhere new.
It took us a while to get here, but here we are. Those are some
I would
formidable looking defenses.
find it hilarious if
in
they
the
just
area.
walks in like a
But there doesn't
computer
seem
animation.
to be anyone
Like,
here at the gates. How are we supposed to get in?
I suppose we'll just have to wait a bit for someone to show up. It shouldn't take too long for them to notice us.
like a Mario.
Can't just stand around. We've got a murder to investigate.
You're more
The chain
impatient than
link
I
fence
am,
isn't
and
all
that's
that
saying
high,
something.
So we could probably just climb over if we tried.
I think that would land us in way more trouble than we'd want to deal with.
But our papers are in order, and it's not really our fault that there's nobody here to let us in.
Oh, Maya. Always coming up with the alternative solutions. Now, while we wait, I suppose we could...
What are you waiting for, Nick? It's really this easy. I'm already halfway.
Oh my god.
Maya? No!
You
down from there before-
dumbass. Yep.
You there! Halt at once!
Jeez it.
This investigation is off to a fantastic start.
What is your major malfunction, Missy?
We were just...
You were attempting to infiltrate a military area, that's what!
Remind me of
Wait, sir,
Sarge.
we have...
Did I ask you a question, Civvy? Unbelievable! I leave my post for 5 damn minutes and already you nosy reporters are trying to make a break for it!
But we're not.
Allowed in here? Damn straight you aren't!
God damn it.
Objection!
This letter of...
Was that pathetic little squeal supposed to intimidate me? This is how it's done! Drop down and give me 20! Go f*** yourself!
Yes, sir!
You too,
Wow,
Missy. This is
really?
an equal opportunity regiment.
Okay.
That's more like it. Now pick up the pace, maggots.
Make it stop!
I wouldn't do that at all. I'd be laughing in his face the whole
Who the
time.
hell dares interrupt? Oh! Sir, Captain, sir!
Staff Sergeant Tennant, might I inquire? What is the explanation for the scene that I am beholding?
The trespassers, sir! They tried to get over the fence!
Is that so? Because to my recollection, the proper protocol on dealing with trespassers doesn't include physical training. Now, if I may ask the two of you, what was your reason for trying to scale the fence?
Well, there was nobody at the guard post, and we really needed to get in.
Really? How fascinating.
Oh, the guard wasn't supposed to leave?
Especially since you were supposed to be manning the post, Staff Sergeant.
Ooh.
It won't ever happen again, sir!
I'm sure it won't, but as a reminder, I'm assigning you to night patrol duty for the next 2 weeks, starting tonight.
Oh.
Dismissed. Get back to your post, Staff Sergeant.
Sir, yes, sir!
You two may stop doing push-ups now.
Oh, my arms feel like
Like I said, I would not have done
Please
push-ups for
accept
them at
my
all.
apologies on behalf of Staff Sergeant Tennant. He is a drill officer and currently out of his element. I am
Clearly.
Captain Adele Renard, the security chief of this regiment. Now, what is this little episode all about?
I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Me and my aide my affair here on behalf of Private Mike November.
So you are Private November's defense attorney then? Very well. I trust you have a letter of request.
Yes, we do. Here you
Yeah,
go,
they
sir.
tried to give it to that
Let us
dumbass, but he wouldn't listen.
Everything seems to be in order here. You're cleared to enter the regiment area for your investigation. Just don't try anything funny while in there.
Thank you, sir.
Was there anything else?
Actually, yes. Mr. November told us we should find someone called Lieutenant Victoria.
Is that so? Well then, allow me to escort you to your contact.
Not really what to say.
That would be very kind of you.
Oh, I just wish to make sure you don't stray from the path and end up, say, on the wrong end of the firing range. That would be most unfortunate for everyone involved.
Suspicious.
I think we should accept the offer, Nick.
Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Right this way, if you would.
I wonder if he has to do with the murder. I normally hate murder mysteries, but this
Please wait
one's
here for a
actually
moment.
kind of curious. Or interesting.
Captain Renard slid a card through some sort of reader and disappeared behind the door. The regiment sure seemed deserted. I didn't see a single other person on the way here.
They really weren't kidding when they said they mobilized almost everyone. So, what's our investigation strategy, Nick?
First, we'll have a chat with this Lieutenant Victoria. And then we'll probably head to the crime scene. After that, we look for witnesses as usual. We'll see.
I leave the two to be briefed by you, Lieutenant.
Okay.
You may go in now. If you'll excuse me, I have security matters to attend to.
Thank you again, Captain.
Yeah, thanks. Let's go, Nick.
Funniest thing is, with me in movies, I keep forget. Even in shows like this, I still think they're real, but
Damn.
they're actually
This
actors.
room
Like,
sure makes it clear whoever
I
works
keep
here
having
sure loves
problems
his
figuring that
boss.
out.
There's even a scent of gunpowder lingering about.
Mr. Wright and Miss Faye,
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
welcome to the Allied
Accent,
Nations
I really like it. I don't know
Regiment.
what it's called.
I'm
Irish,
Lieutenant
maybe?
Irene Victoria of the Engineer Company. It's
No,
a pleasure to
British.
meet you.
There we go.
Likewise,
I don't know much
Ma'am?
about other nations.
You weren't expecting
Countries.
a woman, I see. It's alright, a lot of people don't.
I was a bit surprised, at least.
me too. That and I'm trying not to stare directly at her eye patch.
It is hard
Thank you
not
for
to.
taking Private November's case. It's terrible that he got mixed up in this.
She looks actually really
He seemed
good
to
in
be
that
pretty
outfit.
sure of his innocence when we talked to him earlier, ma'am.
Sadly, the prosecutor at the crime scene thinks differently.
Oh my god, the computer
Also,
behind
no
her.
problem, ma'am.
That's
Mr.
exactly
Wright.
like mine.
At the end of the day, we're all people, and as civilians, you shouldn't be required to follow the military protocol.
The tower is
So,
more rounded
who
than
is
mine.
the prosecutor, Lieutenant?
I believe she went by the name of Von Karma.
Franziska? I thought she
What?
had returned to Germany.
You've met
I was
before
gonna
then.
say, her name sounded
I'm certain
German.
She'll be delighted to meet you again.
I have some
I
German in
highly
me.
doubt that. Franziska von Karma. So much for easy time in the courtroom.
Captain Renaud told me you two had some trouble at the gates, so he's asked me to prepare visitor key cards for you. They will allow you to come and go around the area as you please. It will
There's
take
so
a while
many
for them to be
mystery
coded,
games I've
encrypted,
played.
and printed.
Like
there.
Shannara.
In the meantime, you two are strangers in a strange land, so I'd like to
Shannara,
take a moment of your time to tell you about our
Shards of
world
Shannara
and
or
the
something.
regiment before I let you wander free.
Well,
It's like a
it couldn't hurt.
80s
After all,
game or something.
gathering information is what we are here to do.
Wonderful. Then let us begin. The Allied Nations is an international and intergovernmental organization dedicated to the betterment of all human life and, ultimately, achieving world peace.
I'm
This
sure.
regiment is an example of a
Yeah,
multi means to those ends. Here we train volunteers to become peacekeepers, who are then sent to post-conflict areas around the world to support and monitor the efforts for lasting peace. We in the engineer company, for example, train people for demining and reconstruction work, among other things.
That is a very admirable work, I have to say.
Indeed. I have worked here in the regiment for 4 years now, doing my part for the world. Alas,
By
not
blowing
here
shit
to
up?
discuss peacekeeping in depth. I could talk about it for hours. Here, you can have this map of the surrounding area. Captain Renaud won't approve of me handing these out, but I really don't see you.
Grand
misusing
Inquisitor
them.
is also
Wow,
a good
thanks.
90 to 80s games. They're really fun. If you're in the
Now let
mysteries.
us take a look and I shall explain. We are currently here at the instructor's offices. This is where my fellow officers and I work when we're not out training.
Holy
troops.
crap, this really is
At
a
the
game.
moment, every instructor except Staff Sergeant Lieutenant and I are out on an important field training camp.
Oh, yes, we heard about that.
I see you've been kept informed. Good.
Is Captain Harvey's office located here as well?
No, the captains have their offices scattered around the regiment.
All these military ranks
Are you gonna
making
show
me
us where it
so
is?
confused.
Oh yes, I didn't realize that the chain of command might be unfamiliar to you. Let us go through the ranks
Yeah,
quickly.
because none of us usually
I'll
give
keep
two
to the ones
shits.
that matter, so there won't be unnecessary confusion. Those undergoing basics training, like November, have the rank of private. In our regiment, upon completing
Oh,
their
like in
training, they will
Halo.
be promoted to the rank of corporal. The rank of sergeant is awarded to corporals with exceptional service
I like that
records.
game. Just the storyline,
Staff
I'm not
sergeant
really
is our
good
first
player.
officer rank. Officers have
It's
the
been too
authority
long.
to give orders to anyone below their rank.
And sometimes to civilians, it seems.
Well, staff sergeants, like Lieutenant, oversee more basic and physical training, while the lieutenants generally handle specialized lectures and training sessions. For example, I am the head instructor in all explosives-related training.
Your office hints that you're quite the
And
expert on the
he-
subject.
And the one
That's
November
why I wear the
worked
red
with
beret,
her
a
then.
demolition specialty. As a little girl, I was fascinated by fireworks and always looked forward to the holidays, just to be able to see their splendor again.
I never
And
cared
now
for
that I'm a
fireworks.
big
I took 10 M80s and stuck them all together. I call it bunker busting mega ultra super. Ah! Ah! Holy crap!
girl, my fireworks naturally pack a little more punch. I find that there is something very beautiful in taming the primal, raw power of an explosion. It can truly become a form of art in the hands of the right person.
Chicka bow wow. How did you even hear that? I'm like Superman. I know when I'm needed.
Captain
Sorry.
Harvey was the head of the engineer company and, as such, the top of its chain in command.
What about Captain Renard?
Captain Renaud is not a direct part of the engineer company's chain, but he is the regiment security chief and thus has authority on those matters. He has a background in military intelligence. Did you
Okay.
get all that?
Nope,
Mostly.
I've forgotten pretty much all of it.
Don't worry. You can have this cheat sheet to study, should you forget.
Yay.
Back to the map. This is the bunker where Captain Harvey's office, the Iron Chamber, is located. As you may have heard, it's the
Is
scene
this a
of the
dungeon or a
incident.
barracks?
Why is it called called the Iron Chamber?
It'll be quite obvious once you get there, be as it may. Here are the barracks where our privates live and sleep.
I think Iron meaning
November arrested, they're now completely
imprisonment
empty.
or something.
There's not much point going
I'm assuming.
there. Everyone else is either out at camp or bedridden in the regiment's hospital. If you get hungry during your investigation, you can have lunch at the dining facility. I heard that they're serving hamburgers today.
Yeah.
We are so going!
Okay. We'll go when we take a break from the investigation.
Everybody loves
Finally,
burgers.
here are the warehouses. We store some dangerous goods there, so I politely ask you to stay away.
Will do. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It was my pleasure.
Gee, I wonder what place they're gonna be going that they're not allowed
your visitor key
to.
cards are finally done.
Only now? That took nearly 15 minutes.
The delay is supposed to be some sort of security feature, I've been told. Personally, I don't understand it, but I'm not in charge of security matters.
That
Here you go.
sounds very
These will give you
suspicious.
access to the main gate, the crime
If it's supposed to
scene,
happen quick,
and
that
my
means they
office,
added something
in
to
case you
that
need
that no one knows
assistance.
about. Could be a tracker.
This works for the dining faculty too, right?
Of course. But bear in mind that every use of the card will be registered, so don't try anything unorthodox.
Oh,
Yep.
we would
Track.
never.
You're
Tracker.
the one to talk, Miss Ninja.
I'll be here all day should you need me. Please do your best for Mike.
She's a
I
ninja,
promise
she'd be
we will.
Ino from
If he's not
Naruto.
guilty, we'll prove it. Although, if it really is Franziska behind the prosecution's bench, we might be in for some stormy times.
I hope we see her because it's kind of rude just to say someone's name and you never get to see the person.
I wasn't really sure what to think about an office located in a bunker.
This doesn't
But
sound
this makes
eerie.
me feel more than a bit claustrophobic. And it's chilling in here,
So
too.
much clutter, someone
It
organize
feels
it.
like we've just
It's driving me
walked into a
crazy.
crypt, which seems awfully accurate seeing how somebody died here.
Looks
Well,
like
that
Captain
sucks.
Harvey's belongings were ready to be shipped out in all these boxes.
Watch out for his
He was
ghost.
being transferred, right? We should probably ask more about that later. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe?
I'm so sorry, sir.
What kind of
Please
name
don't
is
let me
that?
cut my salary, sir. Oh, it's only you, pal. False alarm.
It's like a nickname, I
Wait,
guess.
what on earth are you doing here, pal?
The same thing as you, I presume. We're working on Captain Harvey's murder case.
Shh, keep your voice down, pal.
What? Why?
Miss Von Karma's at the crime scene next door and she's had a relatively good day so far. If she sees you, I'll be the one who gets whipped. My
Why?
salary's on the line here, pal. Think of my poor salary.
I'd rather not. I don't need any more chills in this freezing hallway. I got your point. But why are you standing around here and not at the crime scene?
I got a bit of a headache, so I came out here to get some fresher air.
Yeah,
It's not a
sure.
big room either, so according to Miss Von Karma, I shouldn't be standing around wasting valuable space.
Ouch. That's pretty mean.
I guess this is the part where I tell you everything we've uncovered so far, eh?
That's surprising initiative coming from Detective Gumshoe.
Well, you're in for a disappointment, pal. This is quite literally one messy investigation.
I can imagine. The victim was killed by an explosive, wasn't he?
So it seems, pal. Luckily, the scene was far less gruesome than what we expected, since the lethality of the explosive was based on the pressure shockwave instead of fragmentation.
Oh, good. That would have
Pressure.
been one
How does that
bloody
work?
mess.
The forensics guys explained it like this. Since the victim was practically sealed in a giant metal box when the bomb went off, the shockwave and sudden rise in pressure did him in. Even though the victim looked mostly
What
okay
is the metal box
externally,
then?
he's,
A practice
let's just
area?
say, not so well on the inside.
Or box, whatever.
Ouch.
I'm seconding that, pal.
So why is Private November being suspected? From what we've gathered, he only visited the victim briefly on the day of the murder.
Yeah, about that. Sorry to say, but I think your client has no chance. It's all because of the murder weapon. According to several witnesses, your client has shown natural talent for crafting explosives for various purposes. For
Yeah,
example,
but the
service
lady
mates
with
told us that this one time when they were
patch-
supposed to be digging foxholes, November just took out this homemade charge and blasted a hole in the ground. Boom! Instant foxhole.
Cool.
I see. But that hardly proves that he's a murderer.
Unfortunately for you, pal, nobody else with that kind of skill visited the victim on the day of the murder. In other words, all other explosive experts have an alibi. And to make matters worse for November, his fingerprints were found in this bunker's electricity kill switch by the office door.
A kill switch?
Yeah, pal. This bunker's completely
Did someone use that special tape that you put on their fingers?
From the office door to the victim's computer to even the alarm systems. Everything can be turned off with just a flick of that switch. Kind of a design flaw if you ask me, but...
Yeah, it is.
For once, I have to agree with the detective's reasoning.
This is an old emergency bunker, though, so it's supposed to have power around the clock. There are auxiliary generators that'll act as a failsafe and automatically start up if the main one's shut down for any reason. But they're not exactly state-of-the-art. It takes about 10 minutes before any power is returned to any of the systems.
Wow.
If the electrical door of the victim's office was closed when the kill switch was pulled, the victim would be helplessly trapped. You just don't open that thing with raw muscle. On top of that, the bunker's alarms won't go off until the power's been fully restored. That really puts our victim in a bit of a pickle.
Wow. How do you know all this, Detective?
I thought I'd for once try to impress Miss Von Karma by doing background research and just maybe get a raise. It's all in the blueprints. Didn't work, pal. But I'm gonna keep on trying.
Or she's scared of competition.
I don't suppose you want one. I kind of accidentally printed several dozen of these and I have no idea what to do with them. Just help me out here, okay?
Oh, thank you.
I took my glasses off.
Who's that girl who always tags along with you anyway?
Maya? Why, she's right.
Yeah, I completely forgot about her.
Maya? Maya!
I'm right here, Nick! Inside this cardboard box!
What the? Why would you even go in there?
You never know. There might have been important evidence inside.
And you went inside the box?
Like a secret agent. Or a spy.
Maya, what kind of self-respecting espionage operative would ever hide in a cardboard box?
I guess you have a point. Way to ruin a girl's dreams, Nick.
Either way, I should make note of this hallway's disarray.
He still lives, yeah.
Guys, please keep it down.
Dick Gumshoe, what is this constant racket that disturbs my investigation? You.
I'll just be getting to guarding the exit or something, sir.
You've been gossiping about the investigation with this man.
Pretty?
Haven't you, detective? Salary evaluation. That is all.
Oh! What have you done, pal?
We probably need to buy the good detective a grocery bag full of instant noodles if we ever want his help again.
Get out, Scruffy. I want a word with these two in private.
Yes, sir!
Could you lose the bitchiness first?
Oh my god, no! Oh, like a string of firecrackers, my f***ing back! Oh, I felt the soles of my feet touch the back of my head on that one!
Meet again, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Franziska von Karma. I thought you had returned to Germany. Why are you back?
Oh, this is
my
her.
reasons are my own.
She doesn't
I can say I came
look
here
German
to meet someone,
at all.
but don't assume that I've returned because of you. Otherwise,
Not really sure what
you'll
she
just
looks
be a
like.
fool who thinks too highly of himself.
Maybe
All you need to know is that I'm here
Asian?
on business, and this is my way of
Maybe.
passing the time.
You're here to meet Mr. Edgeworth, aren't you?
Fool! You should know that Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Last time I heard,
you take
he'd
things
gotten
more
into some
seriously
sort of
than
trouble
Batman.
attempting
That's
to leave
sad.
Japan.
Alright,
Okay.
let's try this for the upteenth time. Me, Edgeworth. Fly home to America, please!
Mitsurugi Reiji-sama! Gyakuten Kenji!
Oh, this is completely absurd. Doesn't anyone here speak a single word of English? How about this? Edgeworth, call home. Maybe American consulate? Domo, arigato. Damn Cap Communications. That translator of theirs is so late it isn't even funny. It's like they don't even care about me. Where are
Probably.
frothing female masses when you need them the most?
I'm sure Edgeworth will be just fine.
That's sexist.
Perhaps it is fate that our paths should cross once again. After all, you are Private Mike November's defense team, correct?
We are working on the case, yes.
Then you had better prepare yourself for complete annihilation in court tomorrow. Private Mike November is guilty. That is a fact which I will prove beyond the shadow of a doubt.
From one demon lady to another. Oh, the joys of my profession. Private November.
Yeah, you know your bitches, don't you?
Can we take a look at the crime scene, Miss Von Karma?
The forensics team has finished their investigation for now, but the crime scene is currently undergoing reconstruction. I suppose you can take a look, but only under my strict supervision. Not that you are likely to find anything we haven't already uncovered. I should also let you know that the corpse is already been taken away for autopsy.
I think we can work with that. Thank you, Franziska.
The sooner you are done with your little investigation, the sooner I can get back to work. Now
God
hurry up
damn,
and follow
you're more
me.
negative than I am.
What the f?
Yikes! The walls, floor, and ceiling of this place are all made of metal. It almost feels like they're sucking out all the warmth of this room. I definitely get the name the Iron Chamber now.
Oh yeah, crime scenes are not
Even though
allowed
this
to
room is almost devoid of
clean
furniture,
anything up.
it still feels agonizingly small.
This must be what a
Still,
claustrofobic's nightmare looks
makes me
like.
just want to
I've
scrub
been
that place
told the
clean.
victim
It
is
just
not very keen on visitors.
so out of place.
I certainly wouldn't come here voluntarily.
A sharp, smoky scent still lingers in the stale air. It must be from the explosive. The scent mixes with that of blood and something I can't quite put my finger on.
What is with all this white dust everywhere?
Maybe someone lit a
The
cigarette?
whole room is practically covered in it.
Explosions are like that. They tend to leave a mess. Whatever this dust is, it is not toxic.
How did you figure that out?
Scruffy tried some. It looks deceptively like powdered sugar, apparently.
Oh.
But where did it come from?
You're free to guess.
Expect no help, huh? Mind your step, Maya. There are glass shards on the floor near the door. There's a large stain of something red, too.
Maybe someone else's
blood?
fingerprints.
No. It appears that the victim, for whatever reason, threw his glass across the room and spilled his drink in the process. The liquid has been confirmed to be from the broken bottle of spirits next to the victim's desk.
Spirits? That's my area of expertise.
Not that kind of spirit, Maya. If anything, the spirit
Yeah,
of Captain Harvey wanted to channel that of the bottle. At least it explains the scent.
I heard alcohol's good at getting rid of stain, like blood stains.
Look,
Maybe.
Nick! By the broken bottle! A half-eaten sandwich!
God damn it,
I guess
lady.
the victim was having lunch when he met his fate.
Maybe. It's pretty chilly in here. I sometimes snack to warm myself up. You know, a chill sandwich. I'll be examining this.
Don't touch it. We need to preserve the scene.
Let's report this to Gumshoe. He just might eat it otherwise.
See if you can find any other clues.
What's this? It looks like a loudspeaker.
That is the victim's doorbell. It is connected to the lock of this bunker's main doors, so that it buzzes whenever a keycard is swiped through the reader. The front doors have a delay of 1 minute before opening, so it is used to alert the victim to allow for last-minute preparations before meetings. It is broken and useless now, however.
Interesting. I'll make a note of this.
Yeah, within that minute, you could... almost anything could happen.
The phone and computer appear to be bolted in place. But what's this odd pad thing on the desk?
I think I saw one in Lieutenant Victoria's office as well.
I am ashamed to be surrounded by fools who do not keep up to date with technology. This regiment,
Hey, I know
along
jack
with
shit
several
about
other
technology.
institutions, uses a biometric security solution for computing. Instead of passwords, the computers are unlocked by the user's fingerprints. This pad works as a fingerprint
And the
scanner
powder
and
in the
doubles
room.
as a
I was
mouse.
right.
That's
Someone
some high-tech stuff.
use that powder,
Unfortunately, it
put
is
a little
not
sticky
blast-proof.
thing on your
Police
thumb,
experts are trying
or
to salvage
whatever,
what they can
your
from the
fingerprint.
computer's hard drives as we speak.
I mean, if it was an explosion, all that stuff would be
On
gone.
the table. It looks like a little bird.
There'd be no powder.
It might be one of Captain Harvey's medals. The blast must have knocked it off his uniform.
The trinket belongs to the victim. His name is engraved on the back.
Do you know what it was awarded for?
To make a perfect case in court, I do not need to know of the victim's trivial achievements.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Oh yeah, she wants to win.
Are you quite done yet? As you can see, there is little to be found that is relevant to the murder.
Well, then get out. Let us do it, or let him do all the work then.
Could we borrow this metal? Seeing as you've already moved the body, I don't think it would hinder the reconstruction of the scene.
So you want to find out more about it? Fitting for a fool to be running off on a fool's errand.
Well, aren't you a capital
accept.
bitch?
Oh my god, this is not happening! Ah! Where were you guys on that one? You just watched it! This is a waking nightmare!
If only because it keeps you busy and away from here. But should you lose it, my whip will punish you without mercy.
I promise we'll take good care of it.
She has a weird obsession with whips.
Do not
Oh god, the implications.
return the trinket to my subordinates when you are done. Which is not too soon, I hope.
Okay.
I'm glad that's over. Francisco was practically breathing down my neck the whole time.
I'll pause you. This is actually very interesting, I have to say. I didn't think I'd get into it, because I just didn't really care for that kind of stuff, but now I'm actually getting more and more interested in this stuff. I hope you guys are too. Raises a lot of eyebrows and questions a lot of stuff. Like I said about the whole room with they said they found that powder, and what I learned about explosions, everything burns. There is no powder, just burned. And it says white powder, and so I think I might be right about this, but who knows? We'll have to figure out later. But anyway, that's all for now. I'll do the next one tomorrow. So anyway, that's real. Oh, right. Sorry. Have a nice day.